is exactly the place that I want to be. God himself spoke through Isaiah, the eagle-eyed prophet, in Isaiah 43, verse 18. He says, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. He said, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. How many times do we find ourselves caught in God's former? Why do we stay stuck in God's old? God doesn't have to keep his deliverance looking the same. I think that on far too many occasions we get attached to the master's methods instead of being attached to the master. As I alluded earlier, what spilled milk are you still crying over when God has already moved on? What man or woman are you mourning over when God has already moved on from your relationship with him? I know that it hurts when you invest so much in a person, so much in a place, and so much in a thing, and then you have to move on from it. But others have done the same, and so can you. Don't you even have a one-night stay at any place that God has already moved on from? Some people become perpetual nightmares in your life because you won't let go. You allow them to stay in your head when it's been past time for you to move on from them. My deliverance came when I stopped allowing some people to rent space in my head. The space between your two ears is sacred territory. Don't you allow just anyone to occupy that space. Now let me start stepping on a few toes because I was listening to Dr. R.A. Vernon this morning and I almost jumped out of my skin. He pastors the Word Church in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was sharing the consequences of unforgiveness because you won't forgive. He said, don't let people hurt you twice. He said, they hurt you, then because you won't forgive them, they hurt you now. Unforgiveness. He said, it ages you. He said, it makes you pessimistic. He said, it takes you to a dark place where we relive the pain suffered sometimes decades earlier. And he said this, it takes years off of your life. And it allows the people that hurt you to still have power over your life. So far, everything that I've said has been fairly safe, but I have a propensity to get in trouble. Well, here comes that moment right now. Samuel was mourning an old move when God had already prepared another move. How many religious organizations are stale and virtually without life because they are still mourning an old move? Saints, even when God has moved a general from the scene, God's kingdom is to march proudly on. Don't you find yourself stuck mourning while God is still moving on? Don't you be the molded bread of the religious world because you're mourning and stuck when God is still moving. Churches get challenging visions when they lament for days that what they had been instead of focusing on where God's moving. In our text, God challenged Samuel to come out of his pity party. The late Bishop G.E. Patterson often used to say that God attends a party, but he don't attend pity parties. God won't attend your pity party, but he will attend your praise party. Don't you lament over that which God has rejected. Stop worshiping at rejected spaces and places. Since God's never, ever stagnant. God is never stuck. God's been moving since Genesis 1 verse 2 where it reads, and the earth was outformed and was void and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the God moved upon the face of the waters. In theology, there's a thing called the law of first mentions.